I am calling upon the new mind. I am asking you to think differently. I am asking you to look at what's happening in the world right now as a brief blip in your multidimensional evolution, which will go on for millions and millions of years. This time that you're living in right now is the time that you're going to have the old man stories. When I was your age, I remember how they had COVID-19. And during those years, they lied to us. The government was full of people who wouldn't tell the truth. And they made up all kinds of stories. And I was there, or in the beginning, I was right there. You're going to have old man stories, and they're going to be awesome. I think it's like an egg cycle, mate. The extraterrestrials, mate, they come on down. And they get on in here and they cover your egg with energy. So that when you make the sound of the egg cracking, you hear an extraterrestrial squeaky voice name, and they make this egg circle. And you've got to make sure that it's got the right ingredients to qualify it as something that is necessary. Breakfast, this is a curved sesame oil. Also, very, very enigmatic formation. Living in the sands of time, reaching through history. And we loosen it. Let's see if it's got any playability here. It's almost like a monster. It frightens me that eating it will make me feel that I've regained my alpha dominance. It was very amusing, potentially unpleasant situation. G'day, mate. This is Colin the Geezer, and I'm with you again. And I got another amazing formation. I think this time it's lasers. I think the extraterrestrials wanted to stray laser beams into the hot tub here so that we get Puma Punku type of formations. If you notice this, it's remarkably well preserved. And it's only possible by extraterrestrial intervention. Some heavy-duty laser beams fired down upon to create this very exciting spectacle. Once again, folks.
David Wilcock is a total liar. We never tried to bang him in his butt. The truth is, it was the plow guy who did but stuff with David Wilcock, not us. We've been framed for assault. David Wilcock lies about everything. We never tried to eat that guy, and we sure didn't kill him and bring him back to life. He made it all up because he was having pillow fun time with the plow guy. Don't believe a word this guy says. We didn't mess with his butt, honest.
I'm taking money from you. I'm a lion. Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back. It appears as if David Wilcock is on one of his Bender streams. I believe he's still streaming to a whole 3,500 people. You know, he's a huge star. But this week has been interesting because despite my assurance to everyone that we are reporting accurately on STAVATTI Aerospace being a 30-year-long, some would say, scam, and they've never produced a single aircraft product or service or airplane or drone or part of an airplane, nothing in 30 plus years. Some of his dumb as rocks moron followers still think that I'm just making up the stuff about STAVATTI being a scam. And, I'm a terrible troll and all of these things. And of course, that is nothing could be further from the truth. But now we have the mainstream media is essentially reporting the same things. Of course, the mainstream media are always late to the party. We've been reporting on this for years, a couple of years now, and they're just now catching up. Interestingly, there was a newspaper article which dropped earlier in the week, which essentially confirms that everything that we have reported on David Wilcock and his shady aerospace is accurate. My question to Wilcock and his dumb as rocks moron idiot followers is that guy a troll too? He's a respected newspaper writer and journalist and has worked there for, I think, decades, right? He's been a reporter for a long time. Is he somehow a member of the cabal, right? Is he a Dark Alliance member? We'll take a moment to welcome in and recognize the live chat. Gome is here with already one for the gold, just saying praise the cash. Well, thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. It's moose knuckle. That's right. Camel toe on men is called moose knuckle. Yes, Stephen Greer's got a huge moose knuckle or camel toe. I think Stephen Greer has a big fat vagina. That's what I think. I think that's part of his secret. You know, he's walking around with a big roast beef, huge vagina in his pants. It's gross. Some people call it a moose knuckle, but I don't think he actually has the male equipment. So, yeah, David is live, still performing his blood forehead moon yoga live stream, says Moody Mongol, right? And Daniela K. I love that name, Daniela. That's a great name. The last time I watched him was when he was saying children were being rescued from tunnels en masse. Yeah, that didn't happen. Nothing that he talks about happens because David Wilcock is a disgusting, despicable, grifting loser. And he always has been. And he's the world's worst psychic. But we're going to get into this newspaper article. I don't want to read the entire thing, but I'll link it in the description of the video. STAVATTI Aerospace, let's share that. And this, of course, is a transformative work. We're educating the public. So the headline from the Buffalo News is STAVATTI Aerospace promised big things in Niagara County. It hasn't delivered. So, David Wilcock, is this person also an evil cabal member and they're just a troll saying essentially the same thing we have? Are they part of the Dark Alliance? Or what are you going to tell your dumb as rocks followers, you asshole? What are you going to tell them now? Because now everything that we've been reporting about what a shady scam your shitty aerospace fake company is now being parroted. All the things we've reported is in this article. The Buffalo News, are they the bad guys now? STAVATTI Aerospace promised big things in Niagara County. It hasn't delivered. Christopher Robin Beskar, STAVATTI Aerospace, hasn't produced a single airplane in 30 years. That hasn't stopped the company that purchased the vacant U.S. Army Reserve Station in the town of Niagara from continuing to assert its ability to sell new designs for military and commercial aircraft to the U.S. military and its allies, starting with Ukraine. But nobody is buying it. Suffer, David Wilcock. The company that you gave all of your money to is as fake as a $3 bill. You're never going to see a dime of your money, just like the guy Dimitri that gave them $1 million is never going to see a dime of his money back. You're a moron, and you invested your life savings. You, by your own accord, said you gave them $1.5 million. And see, Wilcock thinks that they're going to give him his money back and then he'll be able to pay his $1.5 million tax bill. So essentially, he owed $1.5 million to the IRS, but he took a big risk. No, I won't give this money that I have to the IRS. I'll give it to a shady aerospace company that hasn't produced anything in 30 years. It cites purchase orders it claims to have received 2 years ago from an unidentified Allied Air Force, and it has added consumer hover cars, drones, ammunition, smart bombs, missiles, rockets, and even explosives to the sales menu, all of which it claims it is producing or will produce in Niagara County. But Ukraine is strapped by war, and STAVATTI's local production facility remains largely empty. Beskar says it's currently producing small drones here and will host a public hangar event in May to showcase what it is doing. And I'm here to tell you, if we can hit some goals, I will drive to Niagara, New York if they have an open hangar event, and I will go with my press pass as a reporter, and God help them if they try to throw me out, because I've been accurately reporting on what a sham and a scam this company is for years now. Yet, aside from limited renovations, local government officials say the company has done almost nothing with the hangar and other buildings that it purchased 5 years ago for its headquarters, except to lease that space to other unrelated companies for rental income in violation of town special use permits. So they're illegally renting space to according to the court documents, illegal businesses. Remember, one of them was a sewage company that was dumping, quote, fill. So when we say David Wilcock's STAVATTI Aerospace is full of shit, we mean it. There's a sewage company. You can't make this stuff up. There's a goddamn sewage company dumping sewage there, and the town had to stop them. The whole place is vacant from what we know, said Town of Niagara Supervisor Sylvia Virtuoso. Now the town and the county have had enough, and so have several local contractors and at least one investor. Last year, the Niagara County Industrial Development Agency refused to extend a package of tax break for the company's $26 million redevelopment project on Porter, citing limited progress after 3 years and no indication of change. STAVATTI had pledged to renovate the 150,000 square foot complex into a research, design, and production facility for its prototype planes, but it hasn't produced any prototypes. 3D printed toys don't count as prototypes. They promised more than 360 new jobs in exchange for $2.515 million in tax breaks. Then in December, the town of Niagara won an eviction proceeding against STAVATTI. Oh, they're getting David Wilcock, your company's getting evicted. You're a liar. Your company's a scam and a sham. They're getting evicted. They're being sued by creditors. They're being sued by investors. You're a loser. Christopher Beskar's a loser, and that company has been losing for 30 years. The businesses, okay, it looks like after accusing it of allowing multiple unrelated businesses to operate on the property illegally without operating permits, the site plan approval or town board approval, the businesses employed 20 to 40 workers. All they could do with their permits is build airplanes, Virtuoso said of STAVATTI. Right now, they are not in compliance with anything. Oh, David Wilcock, didn't you say that you were getting me arrested and I was doing illegal things? Turns out, right here in black and white in a goddamn newspaper, STAVATTI's, I'm not doing anything illegal, but STAVATTI is, right? The eviction was specific to a 3.8 acre portion of the former reserve base, which the town owns and leased to STAVATTI. The company owns the bulk of the former base. STAVATTI offered to buy the leased portion of the property for $25,000, but the town rejected the offer. And here we go. Accusations of a Ponzi scheme. Meanwhile, 5 local construction contractors had filed liens or lawsuits against the company, totaling $422,855 for work performed in 2021 at the hangar property. One company, Ferguson Electric, won a state Supreme Court judgment a year ago for nearly $125,000, while Davis Ulmer Sprinkler Company filed a lien and then a lawsuit in 2023 seeking $106,745. STAVATTI's local accountant, this is how you know that you're fucked. When you don't pay the accountant and the accountant sues you, you're a scam company. STAVATTI's local accountant, Bondadio and Company, also sued for $25,000 for auditing services performed in 2022. And in February 2023, an angel investor from Arizona, Valentino Dimitrov, sued the company, as well as Beskar and STAVATTI's top executive, former NCIDA CEO John Simon, for racketeering. Hey, David Wilcock, you said I'm doing illegal things? Being a reporter is illegal? It turns out that your company is being accused of illegal activity, racketeering, breach of contract, and fraud. Oh, suffer, David Wilcock. Dimitrov made a $1 million investment in February under the guise of funding their multiple perceived business ventures. Dimitrov said he was promised his money back and $5 million in returns over 4 years, but STAVATTI hasn't followed through. The lawsuit says STAVATTI officials provided misleading or unsubstantiated claims of anticipated funding from other STAVATTI investors or business dealings, all of which have never come to fruition. But don't worry, friends, the money's coming next week. And when the investor asked for proof to substantiate the claims of impending liquidity, they cited confidentiality to deny his requests. Dimitriov's lawsuit said, "It seems a common business practice of STAVATTI and all defendants to seek investor funds in order to continue their deceptive business practices." David Wilcock, a newspaper, says that they seek investor funds, your company does, in order to continue their deceptive business practices. Dimitrov accused STAVATTI of being a, quote, Ponzi scheme that does not conduct legitimate business and its only purpose is to scam and defraud unsuspecting victims. STAVATTI and Beskar denied the allegations and responded they weren't aware of the promise made to Dimitrov, which called for repayment of the investment within 2 months, followed by $1 million a year in profits over 5 years. Instead, they said it was improperly proffered on the behalf of a lower-ranking company official who claimed to be a president of STAVATTI Aerospace, but was acting without authority. Mr. Dimitrov said Mr. Beskar had never and still have not met or spoken with each other, one STAVATTI legal response says. Mr. Beskar did not know or sign the promissory note, but they did spend all the money. Right? Oh, I didn't know anything about that. I didn't sign that promissory note. Where's the money? They spent all the money. STAVATTI also argued that Dimitrov should have known better. Yeah, you should have known our company was a scam before giving us $1 million. His lack of due diligence efforts certainly contributed to the problem he is a part of, the legal response continued. However, STAVATTI admits it used $900,000 of Dimitriov's money, including to pay off debts incurred until March 2022 and supporting business operations. And the company and Beskar have acknowledged Dimitrov's investment as a legitimate company debt to be repaid as circumstances permit, although they reject the $6 million judgment that Dimitrov is seeking. And here we go into all the products that they have. Right? All the products that look, bombs, right? Oh, yeah. In an email obtained by the news, it claims to be producing and delivering the drone. Beskar would not disclose how many or for whom. STAVATTI held a Black Friday Cyber Week sales event in November and December with up to 15% off, according to social media posts seen by a regular reporter. Beskar said it went pretty good and yielded orders. Shop the Aerospace Defense Sale of the Year on current production products, as well as new design aircraft and vehicles available for pre-order. But the state, here's where it gets good. Pardon me. But the state and federal permits and licenses displayed on its website are outdated. And while it claims to be licensed by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, an ATF spokeswoman said the agency has no firearms or explosive license under STAVATTI. Nor does the State Labor Department, which has jurisdiction over explosives. The U.S. Defense Department also has no contracts with the company. Beskar said the company is a registered broker of U.S. munitions with the State Department Directorate of Defense Trade Controls and is offering products like TNT as a broker through other suppliers. The company also proposed a year ago to the U.S. Army to create a TNT and rocket fuel production center in the United States, possibly in New York, Texas, Arizona, or Nevada. Sounds like pie in the sky to me. He said STAVATTI is in the process of receiving an ATF license, but the Niagara facility required improvements first. So why are you offering to sell bombs if you don't have the proper licenses? Just as we reported, they don't have a federal firearms license. They don't have anything. And here we go, getting no traction. Meanwhile, aside from its assertions in 2-year-old releases, there's no evidence STAVATTI has gained any traction with potential customers. Currently, we have a variety of contracts with respect to allied customers, Beskar told the news. According to February 2025 filing in the court case, STAVATTI recently received a very concerning email from a Greek airline about to sign a very lucrative contract. A January 29th email from Beskar included with the filing identified that regional airline as LNR SA, and Beskar warned that the lawsuit could cost the company a $900 million sale. Sure, Beskar claimed to be engaging with many other potential customers, such as Poland's LOT Airlines, JetBlue, and U.S. Air Force and U.S. Navy. But he described Eleanor as a launch customer for the commercial business and said STAVATTI is facing significant challenges in business. Yeah, your challenge is that you've spent millions of investor money and you have nothing. You have no profit potential, nothing. Meanwhile, STAVATTI is trying to raise tens of millions of dollars from investors or lenders, according to documents obtained by the news. That's critical because the company has been living on a financial edge, according to Beskar's October email to Dimitrov. The company bank account had just $80,000 at the start of 2022. It then took Dimitriov's money, spent it, and had just $6,100 by late October 2022. Dimitrov said his investment was made as part of a $10 million private placement offering that STAVATTI undertook 3 years ago for a program to upgrade older MiG-29 fighter jets. But we've detailed they can't. There's no MiG-29 fighter jets available to upgrade. There is none. At least 95% of the offering proceeds were to be used to produce demonstration model. A second offering would raise another $30 million to produce the first prototype and 4 more plane upgrades. Those would be the first part of a 2019 order for up to 76 planes for the Ukrainian Air Force, valued at $1.7 billion. You notice how they're doing these big billion-dollar deals, but they can't pay their bills? How are you doing big billion-dollar deals if you can't pay your bills? And here's a menu of things that you could buy from STAVATTI, right? None of the planes, the article finishes with, however, have been produced. Nothing. They have produced nothing. David Wilcock, your company is a scam and a sham. And now the mainstream media is reporting that the company is a scam and a sham and being sued by creditors, being sued by investors. Your company is in the shitter, bro. All right. So I just had to take a victory lap. David Wilcock has been claiming that I'm like making up this stuff about STAVATTI and I'm just a troll. Well, there it is in black and white in a newspaper. David Wilcock, you goddamn grifting moron. Hybrid. You're not going to be able to keep lying to people. How much longer, David Wilcock, are you going to say the money's coming this week? He did it again this week, every week. Oh, we're getting these big deals. The money's coming. The money's coming. Hybrid with $4 says the only aircraft he's getting is Felt 15. And Gome with another one. Get that pass, Steve, says Gome. I have a press pass already. I have a deal with a Washington, D.C. based newspaper to write articles, but I haven't yet. Gome with a kind of generous $2. Get that pass. We'll get it. And here's another one. Sandra McDonald with one for the goal. No route, no ride home, David Wilcock. And I will be, thank you, Sandra. I will be seeing cucumbers in my live chat for the rest of my life. For those unaware, David Wilcock's wife left him because he couldn't make her come. So she sought solace by dealing herself with cucumbers. There's that. Robert P. is here with a kind and generous 5 Truth Seekers gifted memberships. And this, my friends, is why you should subscribe right now. Hit that subscribe button, because if you're in the live chat and a kind and generous person like Robert P. gives some free memberships, you could win one. Like YouTube person, High Breast, Agent 47, Rastan Floor Warden, and Colonel Quail all were gifted free Truth Seekers memberships thanks to the kindness, generosity, and support of Robert P. Thank you, Robert P., for your kindness, generosity, and support. Thanks to all of you guys. Really, really means a lot to me that so many people are here, to help us. We need help to praise the cash, friends.
Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash, praise the cash.
All right. And David Wilcock's stream is still going. He is on, it's got to be more than that. He is on 5 hours and plus, 5.5 hours. Did he start at 2? I don't know what time he started. It says 5 hours and 18 minutes so far. Nice. And I just checked in with David Wilcock's live stream, and he is sharing Q-tard stuff. That's his whole show. David Wilcock's a moron, an idiot, a Q-tard follower. Didn't everybody give up on that, David? It's not real. It's fantasy, right? So we'll just go to the clips that Macario has kindly drawn us so far for this latest live stream. He did cry and mention me a few times. So, and Macario also did some greatest hits recently. Let's get to the clips. We'll put, I don't know. Let me, 1 second here. Let me share that. Instead of that, okay. So let's begin. I'll put my fair use banner up. And remember, David Wilcock, he's broke and he's bald. He's broke and he's bald. Just putting that out there. I made a banner for that. Okay. So fair use. This is a transformative work. We're educating the public and critiquing the video that we are sharing. I will continue to monitor the live chat, just so everybody is aware. We read every single super chat. And also, I wanted to remind you, especially all you people that asked me for it for years, I don't understand how we have like 18,000 subscribers, but I can't get 1,000 people to go over and subscribe to our True Seekers Clips channel. People have asked me for a Clips channel forever. And so far, I have uploaded 23 really great clips to the True Seekers Clip channel, but we've only gotten like 350 people actually subscribed. We need to get that over the monetization hump so that we can praise the cash over there. I plan, if we could get it monetized, to just sort of give that responsibility to Spooky, who does the very best clips ever. You'll remember that Linda Moulton Howe meltdown clip. Yeah, we'd like to do that. So pinned in the live chat over here on YouTube is the link to the True Seekers Clips channel. It's just True Seekers Clips. So you could just search for that one word. You'll find it. And we'd appreciate your kindness, generosity, and support of, helping us to praise the cash. Go subscribe to the Clip channel. It is pinned in the live chat. Just click on it, go over there, subscribe, and come right back. And we will begin the felting of David Wilcock yet again. All right, let's see what the moron has to say. And you'll notice that he wore a super sparkly gay jacket, right? And anal beads. He's got anal beads around his neck. This gay dude is flashing anal beads. He's carrying them around his neck, so anytime he gets the urge, he could jam them up his asshole. He's got anal beads and a gay jacket. He's broke, he's bald, and he's gay. All right, we'll begin. Let's get through this.
most of the pain in my own life, the whole subpoena thing seems to have just vanished as of Friday. They didn't even talk to us directly. We found out from the defendant in this case.
Surprise. This is not true. David Wilcock is a moron. He's claiming that Gaia TV is just settling the case with Corey Good. That is not the case, according to the court documents, David Wilcock, you moron. You are a total moron. And he still hasn't hired a lawyer because a lawyer would tell him, don't say anything on the internet about any of these legal matters. So either he has a moron for a lawyer who forgot to tell him not to talk about this publicly, or he's so broke he hasn't actually hired a lawyer and it's all just theater. Oh, look at my subpoena. And he's previously said 2 things I don't have to do. One is give a subpoena. There's a literal court order ordering you to appear and give a deposition. He said, oh, I don't have to give a deposition. Yes, he does. And they are not. Gaia TV is not going to settle this case with Corey Good. I believe that their aim and their goal is to crucify Corey Good and make him suffer. I believe that it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad for Corey Good. And interestingly, we'll share this here. Well, let's share this. This is from Light Warrior, who has been posting all of the court documents. Bit of a legal expert there because I am not. Light Warrior says, oh wait, let's listen to the rest of the clip first.
That they missed deadlines and now it's moving into a non-court based settlement. So it's, they didn't find what they were thinking they were going to find, and there's
no settlement. The parties have to inform the court if there's settlement talks or negotiations. Go check the court document, David Wilcock, you idiot, you moron. There's no mention of any kind of settlement talks or the case being settled. So are you really that stupid? You're really this stupid that you're just going to pretend that this court order for you to give a deposition in that case is just vanished? It's just going away and you don't have to hire a lawyer or do anything about it or do the deposition?
He ever apologized to me for being wrongfully accused, but that's okay. I wasn't asking for one. I'm just really glad that it's over. I wish them no harm, and I hope we can bring an end to this.
He wishes them no harm. He's just really glad it's over. Except David Wilcock is a goddamn moron, and it's not over. Light Warrior, who's been following all the legal stuff very carefully, says, until there is written notice that the parties are trying to settle, then there is no settlement in play. If the communications that David described to his viewers are real, then this effing jackass just waived privilege and the communications are discoverable. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Do you guys know what this means? Because he talked about this publicly, he has waived his right for those to be confidential. In other words, remember when he said he gave 12,000 pages of email communications between him and between him and Corey Good? He gave them to the plaintiffs, Gaia lawyers. Well, according to Light Warrior, if the communications that David described to his viewers are real, then this jackass just waived privilege and the communications are now discoverable, which means we'll be able to get copies. We should be able to get copies of everything he gave the lawyers. And that, my friends, will be, it'll be beautiful. We'll be able to hear all the behind the scenes stuff that Wilcock and Corey Good talked about. This could be a huge problem for both Corey Good and David Wilcock, because I'm sure those morons talked about stuff they shouldn't have been talking about. Let's go to the next clip. David Wilcock has become more and more anti-Semitic because the Q-tards are all becoming that way. So there's previous clips of him saying, oh, he's very pro-Semitic. Now he's turning anti-Semitic because all the Q-tards are. And he's saying that the JFK files release proves that Israel somehow killed JFK, not the CIA. Yeah, so this moron is blaming the Jews because the Q-tards are blaming the Jews. So you got to go along with the Q-tard thing. Oh, I'm sorry. God, let's try this again. I apologize. There we go. We'll listen again.
We were waiting for these files to come out that were going to implicate the IC, as you know, that is a community that's supposedly based on intelligence, in these outrageous collusions.
Blame the Jews, David.
Apparently with a
blame the
foreign
Jews.
nation that is small.
You gotta love a spiritual guru who has so far said that the Jews are Satan worshipers, essentially. They worship Satan. And he stopped short of the blood drinking, though. But now the Jews are responsible for killing JFK. Great job, Mr. Wilcock. Great job.
So that it wasn't just this
Blame
one
the Jews.
crazy guy.
Did they use the Jewish space lasers? I love those.
Who then all of a sudden gets shot right after they're dragging him out, and he's got a black eye, and he's
Oh man, his fall to the dark side is almost complete. He has become a total anti-Semitic person. Great for a spiritual guru. And even from a business perspective, he's got to be a moron, right? Because maybe some of the people in his audience are Jewish. They're not going to give him any more money. A ghost is here. The reporter said that STAVATTI is going nowhere, and certain agencies are looking at them. Beskar shouldn't have sent those emails. I agree, A Ghost, and thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. That is one for the goal. And we got another one for the goal. Thank you from Charles McDonald with $6. It just says from Charles McDonald, no message, but we thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. And we thank all of you for helping us to praise the cash, because there's nothing I like better than making money just educating people about what a moron David Wilcock is. Praise the cash, bitches.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. The blue chickens command you to praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
Yeah, we definitely gotta praise the cash a little bit more tonight. And I see in the live chat, and people are sending me messages. I'm aware of what's going on with Dark Side Phil, and tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe we'll even have a guest. Maybe Duty will be guesting. So thank you for your kindness and request. People said, "Oh my God, did you hear what Dark Side Phil said?" Well, I was busy listening to what. I can only listen to one moron at a time. So I was listening to the David Wilcock moron, but then everybody started sending me messages. So yes, I did listen to a lot of the stuff that moron Phil said. We'll cover that moron tomorrow. And the man who loves to make me say his user ID, Mr. Farts Sniff World, gifted 1 True Seekers membership, which is why you have to subscribe, because people like David Burnett got a free True Seekers membership thanks to the kindness, generosity, and support of Mr. Farts Sniff World. Oh, you gotta love it. Thank you for helping us to praise the cash.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash.
All right, friends, we are praising it good tonight. I'm sure we'll be praising it better tomorrow. Louis Camus says, Bay Steve, he really does love his audience. Yes, we only can take, and Stormcrow says, one grifter at a time. Yeah, we can only deal with one at a time, okay? I'd like to clone myself and be doing 2 shows at once. I'd make twice the money. So let's get into the next. What else is this lunatic going to say?
And let's say you're bending down and touching your toes.
The expert keeps talking about yoga.
Let's say you're into that kind of a pose. As you're in this position, you might suddenly feel a muscle just go, and it just kind of pops.
Sexy David says when he's in this pose, his sphincter pops.
And it realigns in this funny way. And then all of a sudden, whatever tension you were feeling in that muscle, it relaxes. And now the muscle has healed, because up until that happened, that bloop happened, it was actually knotted up against the bone or the fascia.
You ever notice that he's an expert on everything? Like, he's talking in medical terminology.
With this glue that the muscle makes as it tears. And you're
okay. Moron talking about yoga. Let's go to the next one.
This is money in the banks.
Oh, listen, ladies and gentlemen, check out this alpha male. I think he is getting sponsored by the people who sent him the gay jacket. He has mentioned it about 5 times already. David doesn't want a Grammy anymore.
Son, that's all.
Yeah. So he's got a gay sparkly jacket and anal beads. You know, like one or the other would have been enough to signal your gayness, Mr. Wilcock.
All I can say. And I'm trying to make it look good. There's a tag hanging out there, but dude, I just feel like such a man now with this jacket. I'm definitely like an alpha male, and I'm able to just smash and conquer and destroy the opposition with this ridiculous, gargantuanly successful outfit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It projects incredible poise and aplomb.
No, it projects femininity and gayness. That's what it projects. It's like putting why don't you just wear a shirt that says "I suck cocks," David Wilcock? You would be better off just wearing a shirt that says "I blow dudes," right?
Confidence and power. This is a power jacket, man. This makes me feel like a man. So thank you, 7G.
In a gay bar, it might be a good outfit.
Metric thought forms.
You're like, oh, I want to get butt banged tonight. What jacket can I wear?
Like a flaming fireball of hotness and smoke and
it's flaming, all right.
Incredible sexual prowess, rock and roll stardom. This jacket is what you wear when you're going to get a Grammy Award.
No, this jacket is what you wear when you're going to get banged in the butt by a gay dude, David Wilcock. That's the exact jacket you wear right before the butt banging begins.
And, you know, I wouldn't even want one, man. Now that every single year they do the same crap, right? So skip the Grammy Award, keep the sizzle jacket, use it for the liberation of humankind. That's what I want to do after all this time.
Buffalo Spug says, I am
getting
dead,
these
I'm
massages
deceased.
Done. I am so happy.
He's in a gay jacket talking about getting massages. Like, I don't think he could possibly be any more effeminate. I just don't think it's endless femininity.
I just had
with
a
him.
massage done yesterday.
Oh, I love how he's always talking about he's so broke he can't even afford groceries, right? But yet he can afford 4 massages a week. Like, not for nothing. I mean, I don't really know. What does a massage go for? $85, $100? I mean, depending on if you get the happy ending or I don't know. I don't go to those places. But for a guy complaining that he's broke, he's living in a multi-million-dollar mansion and he's getting 4 massages a week. So he could be spending $1,500, $2,000 a month just on massages. And, you know, at some point, I stopped blaming David Wilcock for being a scammer and a grifter. It's the morons that give him money. It's their fault that he's like this. You morons who give him money, are you able to afford a $2 million mansion? Are you able to afford $2,000 a month for luxuries like 4 massages a week? And he talks about these massages like he's doing, you know, like it's a battle. Like, oh, I have to do these massages, these deep tissue massage. It's really bizarre.
And it was very painful and it lasted for 4 hours. So I definitely am feeling some things over here.
I think he's feeling things in his butt, personally. He doesn't get the happy ending that normal men get. His happy ending is they jam a cucumber in his ass for 4 hours, apparently.
We work the full body every time I'm on the table, and it's just a question of if it's face up or face down.
Face up or face down? Man, sounds like a bottom bitch. That sounds like bottom bitch talk to me.
Just a question of if it's face up or face down.
Face up or face down? He's sounding like a bottom bitch right there.
But I'm in there for 4 freaking hours at a time, going through agonizing pain. And finally,
I can only speak from my own experience. I've had a couple of massages in my lifetime. Usually, when I was on vacation with my wife, she would make me do the couples massage thing. It's never been painful. So, what the hell kind of massages is he getting? I've never had a painful massage. Feels pretty good, I guess, you know?
After all of this time, I've gotten almost all of the major acute pain points in my musculature solved, top and bottom.
Top and bottom. I think he's concentrated on the bottom more because he's a bottom bitch.
It's a remarkable transformation. And it's when you're on the table that she's leaning into that scar tissue. It could actually be with the knee, could be with the elbow.
Could be with a cucumber right up his asshole. Yeah.
We're going to work on Thai massage where she's actually using her entire body weight with her foot and a sash.
Yeah, now that's weird. I once had a friend, and he used to go get these weird Asian massages where some girl would walk on his back. That's weird.
Going to be training in that just so we can get even more pressure than we're already doing.
Oh, he needs more pressure in his butt. Maybe try a bigger cucumber, David Wilcock.
So what's happening is that I have a very, very high pain tolerance. So I will take.
Oh, sure. I'm sure he has a high pain tolerance. This dude looks like you could barely slap him and he would cry.
It right up to the point where I either about to scream or I am screaming.
He's having screaming massages. I don't even know, you know, and the funny thing is like this loser has to stream every week to get the money from his moron followers. This is the kind of stuff he talks about. Like, who's giving him money? Like, here, get some more massages. I can't afford massages, but let me pay David Wilcock so he can get 4 screaming, painful massages a week.
And that's why I do feel as if I've earned everything I've gained at this point.
Oh, he's earned everything, right? Listen to how hard he works, says Macario. Can you believe he has 90-minute meeting with STAVATTI every Thursday where he has to take notes? Yeah, he's their secretary, bitch. He has to take notes, right? This is how you know he is so far from an alpha male. Because an alpha male would go into that meeting and go, I gave this company 1.5 million. I want my fucking money. Where's my money? You bunch of losers that never produced a single airplane. No, instead, he's taking notes for them while they're keeping his $1.5 million and stringing him along, claiming they got all these big deals on the horizon and they're going to give him his money back someday. David Wilcock, you're never getting your money back from that scammy, shammy company.
I worked very, very hard for many years with STAVATTI Aerospace. We have basically a 90-minute board meeting.
Yeah, that's very hard. Every week we have to have a meeting. What are you having a meeting about? You don't make anything. You have no profits. You have no products. You have no services. You having a meeting every week about who you're going to scam next out of investment money? Is that what the meetings are about?
Every single week on Thursday. And I'm always transcribing them. So that's...
Yeah, have you ever heard of an audio recorder or a Zoom call, you moron? Why are you writing notes? Like it's the 1800s? You don't have a recording device?
Impossibly difficult, which is why I always get a massage on Friday. Not to hate.
Oh man, I had to take notes, so I'm going to need a massage. I had to take notes for 90 minutes. What a pussy this guy is.
Down anybody.
Yo, I would sincerely love to take him into the woods where my new property is and make him drag 500-pound logs around by hand, you know, like, or make him put a roof on, or like make him like do real work. He's crying because he had to sit like a bitch and take notes for 90 minutes. That was just such a terrible work day. I had to take notes for 90 whole minutes. Like, do you realize, you moron, that people have to like do demolition all day, or paint houses all day, or do landscaping all day, or cut grass all day, carry big heavy things around, do drywall, do roofing, and you're crying like a little bitch because you had to take 90 minutes of notes.
But they all talk really fast.
Oh, well, that's why it's so hard.
Everybody talks really, really fast. And so I am doing stenography work at the speed that you...
Yeah, and he's an expert stenographer also. Remember, he's an expert at everything, including anal beads.
Would have to be a legal stenographer in court. And I managed to catch almost everything, but it ruins my hands and my arms.
Oh my God. taking 90 minutes of notes ruins his hands and his arms. He might possibly be the weakest. Like, I would love to see what his testosterone count is. It's got to be worse than a woman. I would bet my house that this clown's testosterone count is lower than a 12-year-old girl's. I truly believe that.
And I have to get a massage the next day, so I do hope we can hire a stenographer once we finally get funded.
Why don't you just record it, you moron?
To relieve me from that. But so that's my Thursday is basically wiped out by that. That's tomorrow. Then I've got Monday and Friday wiped out on the table. Saturday is
I'm wiped out from my massages.
I'm preparing for the show. And Sunday is usually when I'm delivering it. But now we're getting wind attacks every single Sunday.
Yeah, and this moron is still saying that he's getting wind attacks that are preventing his live streams from taking place at their usual time. 30 miles an hour winds. He's experiencing 30-mile-an-hour winds. This is what he's calling weather weapons and hell winds and all this stuff. Like, you're in the mountains of Colorado. 30-mile-an-hour winds is common, you moron.
It's coming up again.
Oh, it's coming up again. All right. Oh, God. How much
So again,
more?
I got, 2 hours before show.
Let me check in and catch up with the live chat. We don't want to get too far behind. For those unaware, I read every single super chat, and we thank every single supporter. Gifted memberships, super chats, we read every single one. PayPal pledges will be over in the Kick chat, reading any gifted subs over there as well.
Showtime. I got another one of these wonderful death threats. So this one includes cannibalism. We'll get to that a little bit later. Thanks a lot, Stephen. We love you, buddy. That's the protocol. Love you. Okay.
Yeah, this moron is blaming me for more death threats. How many times are you going to make false accusations about me, you dumb dickhead? I'm getting tired of you telling 500,000 people every time you do a show that I'm threatening your life. No, I'm threatening your grift. I'm threatening your scam by telling people the truth, you moron. And Macario says, Stephen, why are you telling David you're going to eat him? Apparently, the death threats now include threats of cannibalism. Not only am I apparently or allegedly threatening to kill David Wilcock, I'm threatening to eat him too, right? Yes, and Buffalo Sponks is here and says he's bitching about 30-mile-an-hour winds as people are literally dead from tornadoes. Yeah, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. He just lives in his own little world, right? Triple P called Darkside Phil's world a hug box. Yeah, David Wilcock lives in a hug box. His hug box is where he can, this is why he has all those people that are there to, remove any mean tweets or any mean stuff, right? And I'm just checking in with the Twitch chat. It looks like we've got no gifted subs over there as well, but I've got it up on my screen. I will be checking in. So shout out to the Kick subscribers and people gifting Kick subs. We appreciate you. Thanks for appreciating us. I will read a lot. A Ghost is here. I think that's Macarion says there aren't a lot of clips today. I stopped when he got to Ezra. I jumped over to your stream. I was falling asleep making the clips. Yeah, it's just a sympathy. Thank you, Macario, for the clips and science, evidence, and fringe. Yeah, I don't want to sit through Q-tard stuff. Nobody does. It's so fake. So we'll skip the Q-tard nonsense. But I love how he's accusing me of death threats again. So just for anybody keeping track, so far he's claimed that I have extorted money from him. I stole $7,000 from his account. Multiple death threats. I'm a stalker. I'm a harasser. But he hasn't filed any police reports. Do you know why? Because he's just making this stuff up. And I'm here to tell you, Wilcock, if you don't stop, there's going to be some consequences.
This is a hologram.
You can't keep accusing me of fake shit to 500,000 people. Macario says, David won. The eclipse saved him.
This is a holographic concept. Because again, this horrible, I went through this, as you know, I've been happy to talk about this because it was very threatening. Inch-thick subpoena.
How many times is he going to show the subpoena? And this moron doesn't realize you have to give your deposition, dude. You're not getting out of that. Gaia TV wants to crucify your former scam partner, Corey Good. They're not going to settle. They're not going to stop.
You get arrested if you don't comply. You got to hand over all your personal documents.
Well, you said you were getting me arrested. Turns out you're in more danger of becoming under arrest than me, Mr. Wilcock.
All your information, and the conclusion is I'm not guilty. They finally figured that out, which I'm very happy about. So we're going to let the whole thing go. No problem. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
He thinks he's getting out of it. Osiris Christensen says, who said it has been taken out of the court system? Bullshit. Yeah. So the subpoena still stands. He's got to give a deposition. He's not getting out of it. There's no settlement. David Wilcock lied about, remember, David Wilcock lied saying that the investor suing STAVATTI was settling with them. That court case is still ongoing. He didn't settle. Dimitrov did not settle with STAVATTI. He's still suing them, and the lawsuit is moving forward. Now here he is lying to 500,000 subscribers saying, oh, this deposition subpoena that I got is being settled. I don't have to do it. Well, according to the court documents, you do. There's no settlement. So that's twice now he's lied about legal problems he was directly involved in just being magically settled when they're not. And, you know, the part of the problem is that his followers are such morons, they just believe anything he says. They don't actually check the court documents like we do here, because the court documents will tell you that nothing's being settled. Dimitrov, the investor, is still suing STAVATTI. He wants $6 million that he was promised, or at least his $1 million back. And David Wilcock, you moron, Corey Good is still being sued by Gaia. That deposition is going to take place, and I'm going to get it. And we're going to laugh at you.
Hopefully there isn't a next time. So I had this bloop in my life where it was so much pain and it cost all this money, and I took out a loan, and I was preparing a motion to quash that was going to talk about all the stuff they were doing and really paint them in a very bad light.
I have been informed by a lawyer that it's very, very difficult to fight a court order to give a deposition. Generally, if the court gives a court order ordering you to take part in a deposition for the court case, the judge isn't going to just change his mind because you object to giving it. So he's fucked. He has to give this deposition. And I know why he's so stressed out about it, because Corey Good is the most vindictive snake on earth. And his only hope is to throw Corey Good under the bus and blame all the shit that Gaia is accusing Corey Good of on Corey, and claim he had nothing to do with it. It was all Corey's idea to tank their stock and damage their company and call them Satan worshiping child predators. Oh, and we see that is a thing. Both Corey Good and David Wilcock accuse any of their detractors or critics of being child predators and Satan worshipers. They did it with Gaia TV. Corey Good did it with Dark Journalist and a bunch of other people, Richard Dolan and others. And of course they did it with me.
And then all that pain just suddenly miraculously vanished right during the eclipse when I found out, oh, it's not going to court anymore. They couldn't find any evidence. Okay, great.
No, you moron. I think you're getting bad legal advice from Corey Good. And not for nothing, but Corey Good has lost every one of his lawsuits. You know that? And you're taking legal advice from him? You are the definition of a moron, Wilcock.
Subpoena appears to have ended. They did not find the evidence they were looking for. They also, I mean, I feel really bad for them. Something bad must be happening because they missed 2 court-ordered deadlines, and you can't do that. You give up all your leverage. You have to be on time. So I do feel bad for them. I hope they're okay. But again, they didn't.
The latest that I saw in the court documents is that these depositions have to take place by sometime in April. So he has a deadline to give this deposition that he's running from and claiming isn't going to happen.
Find any evidence. So this now has been taken out of the court system.
It's not out of the court system. Anybody can check on Pacer. David Wilcock, you lying scumbag. Why are you lying to your followers like a moron? Do you think that we're not going to look up the court documents? The court docket says that the depositions have to take place in the next couple of weeks. By, I think it's the middle of April, best as I recall. So no, you moron. It's not been taken out of the court system. It's still very much in the court system. Who are you getting terrible legal advice from, you moron? And if it's Corey Good, you're an even bigger dunce moron than I thought or ever gave you credit for.
And the whole point was that I never wished them any harm. And hopefully it can all resolve privately. That appears to be what's going to happen.
Yeah, he never wished them any harm. He wrote a 10-page letter accusing them of being Luciferian Satan worshipers, every higher up at the company. But he didn't wish them any harm whatsoever, right? Jesus God, this guy is so clueless. He's just ridiculous clueless. Oh man, we're gonna have a short night tonight. Well, we could go through some of the best of, especially if we hit our goal tonight. Just checking back in. What happened to the? Oh, I set the goal for 30 minutes somehow. What? I don't know. We'll just not worry about that. Let's go on to the next one.
That the alliance already has, and that's one of the big things is to realize.
And here, people keep pointing this out. Every week he pretends that he's putting on these glasses, and he doesn't know that he's showing himself on screen with these blind man glasses on. This, a lot of people think, and I do too, this is him mocking me for having third nerve palsy and requiring the glasses. This is him mocking me. A spiritual guru mocking somebody for a physical disability. This is what kind of a heinous person he is in reality. A spiritual guru would not mock somebody's disability, but here we are.
How significant the alliance actually is. This type of burning behavior is just last-minute theatrics, but they're very, very desperate, and so they are playing for keeps, and the game is... Oh, sorry. I was on... You got to see me with my dorky glasses on, you guys. The only way I can do 5 hours.
He does this every week.
To do that.
Why would he need sunglasses to read off of his stupid teleprompter?
So sorry about that. Anyway.
He's not sorry about that. It's a little dig at me. And David, you're a piece of shit. You are a scumbag and a dirtball and a piece of shit. Mr. Spiritual Guru making fun of somebody's physical disability. Great. And here's the horrific winds.
So these were insane wind velocities.
Macario says, David might be one of the dumbest people alive in every dimension.
Velocities peaking right when I'm supposed to be on the air. And even the magic number 33 miles an hour as of noon. Did they tweak it that much? Maybe they did. I don't know. But there you go.
Oh, wait a minute.
As
oh, no,
of
the
12
goal's still there.
PM,
I was looking at
cloudy
David's
wind,
live chat.
West wind at 33 miles an hour. That was the peak.
33 whole miles
33.
an hour. 33 whole miles an hour winds. Wow. You know, you live in Colorado, and I don't know. I have a cabin in the mountains. It's windy in the mountains. More so than in the valley, I think. It's just been my experience. It's very windy in the mountains of Pennsylvania, where I have my cabin, which, by the way, I didn't buy like a bitch. I actually built my cabin, my log cabin, David Wilcock. You bought yours like a woman. Because only bitches buy cabins. Men build them.
Their magic ritual number at the exact time that we're supposed to be on the air. There is no way. 33 is almost like a tornado. In fact, I went out walking.
33 is nowhere near a tornado. Just the ignorance of this guy. What are tornado force winds? Tornado force winds. Wind speeds ranging from 65 miles an hour to over 200 miles an hour qualify as tornado force winds. He just said 33 miles is tornado force winds. You, sir, are an idiot.
33 is almost like a tornado. In fact, I went out walking to make sure that...
No, double that, you moron, is almost like a tornado.
I hadn't lost any trees, had trees get torn down. Because that's the kind of stuff that can happen. So this is very, very intense bad weather that I've been going through.
Well, I must have been under deep state attack because a tree uprooted and fell right on my house last week.
And again, if you want to laugh at me and think this is all fake, fine.
Yeah, I want to laugh at you because 33-mile-an-hour winds happen all the time in Colorado. Anybody can look that up, you moron.
But the point is, it keeps happening and happening and happening. Almost every single week, they hit me on Sunday, and it's a question of, well, do I do the show?
This moron thinks that the CIA is pointing weather weapons. Listen, this makes no sense. If they did have weather weapons, would they just set it to 33 miles an hour winds? Like, listen, we just want to scare him. We don't really want to shake his house too much. So just set it for 33-mile-an-hour winds, which is common in the area where he lives. Come on.
So I pushed through the wind and delay the show. And now that they're really losing, it seems like the pressure is being put on. And again, I got a very creepy death threat this morning.
Oh, yeah, somebody threatened to kill him and eat him. That's his latest death threat. What a moron.
And again, it's only a very small group.
Oh, David doesn't think that all the Jews are bad, just some of them. Nice.
And again, it's only a very small group of people at the top who are doing the bad stuff.
It's only
I really do support them as a whole, as a country.
Yeah.
And I want to make that clear. I have lots of friends.
Oh, I have Jewish friends, but the Jews are Satan worshipers and they killed JFK.
And the point is just that it's always just a small group of people that ends up causing big problems for everybody else. And this is going to be solved. And again, it's only a very
small group of the Jews that are bad. It's just there's some bad Jews, you know.
I mean, this is the price of doing business.
2 trolls and 2 friends. Here he's going to cry about me.
I mean, this is the price of doing business. I was explaining this.
I am living rent-free in this guy's head. Everything that happens to him, he blames it on me. I'm sure if a tree fell, he would blame it on me, on his property. You know, people stop by there and he blames it on me, claiming I got him squatted when it was animal control people. Everything in his life that goes bad, he's blaming on me. Hey, David Wilcock, maybe it's just your karma. Maybe your problem is your karma because you've been scamming people and ripping people off for fake new age nonsense information for 20 years or more. Maybe it's karma and not me that's causing your problems in your life. And there's going to be more of them, David Wilcock.
To the CEO of STAVATTI, Chris Beskar. You know, somebody was hating on us because the video wasn't good enough. You know, the SM-39, our
show your G.I. Joe toy, David.
Our fighter jet. Whoops. What did I do? Oh, okay. So this is our premier fighter jet product. There's a
He's upset because people were making fun of their SM-39 or whatever airplane video. Yeah, we turned it gay because that's what we do here. It's funnier with Christopher Beskar talking like Mickey Mouse and you talking like a gay dude. They used like 3D animation from Windows 98. That's the only way I can describe it. It's so bad. Like original Doom graphics. That's how bad the graphics were in this thing. And he's upset because people pointed out, you're supposed to be the most high-tech, super advanced aviation company in the world. And you said that Christopher Beskar is the best aviation and spacecraft designer in the world. But yet you guys can't do better with your fake graphics. And who cares how nice the fake graphics are? Show us a real airplane, you loser. You never will. Because for 30 years, STAVATTI never produced a single plane.
Video up on my YouTube channel you can watch where we're both talking about this.
Mine's better because it's gayer.
And we now have at least 2 trolls. We have Steven, who we already knew about, and all of his friends. I kind of put him in that cloud together with all the others.
Oh, first he said he only had 1 critic. Now he's saying they have 2.
Because it's just identities that he's using.
I love this. First he says, it's my friends are fake. Like I have imaginary friends. They're just fake sock puppet accounts that I'm using. Then he says, well, some of them may be real.
Some of them might be people.
Some of them might be people. We've had them on the show, you idiot. They're real people that don't like you because you're broke and you're bald and you're a scammer and you're gay.
But now we have actually another hater besides him.
Oh, another one.
And this guy didn't think that the video that we did was professional enough.
Yeah, it looks like it was done. My 8-year-old could make a better 3D rendered airplane video.
The animation wasn't good enough. And I said,
the animation was from 1998, David Wilcock. How are you building the world's most advanced aircraft fighter that can fly in space and do Mach 4 and all of these incredible technological leaps, but you can't work a 3D animator?
I said, Chris, yeah, we can call our buddy who's the visual effects guru par excellence, who I do want to work with, and we are going to use him.
Yeah, Wilcock seems to think as long as the fake graphics look better, nobody will know that this whole airplane thing is a scam and we'll never build one.
He's done some amazing car commercials where he produced the whole thing, directed all the visual effects. So we've got the guy. We got a guy.
Well, they don't have any
But
money. That's the problem.
we don't need
They don't have any money because they spent millions of dollars on investor money on nonsense, and now they can't afford to hire a 3D animator. But they're going to build a $50 million aircraft prototype. Sure.
rush right out and make a cinema quality SM39 video because we have one hater. We do it because it's the right
Well, see, he contradicts himself constantly. He just said, now we have two haters, two trolls. We're not going to make a special video just for one troll.
move. And yeah, we probably should bring our other friend in with a visual effects experience. Let's do that soon. But if you actually made the video better, then these people will just complain about something else.
You're right. I don't care how pretty the graphics are on your fake digital airplane. You will never build one.
They're never going to stop complaining. That's the game.
No, we're never going to stop exposing that your aircraft company is fake. Your aircraft company is fake, David Wilcock. It's been fake. There's nothing happening there except garbage dumpsters being stored. And what else is happening there? Oh, a sewage company is illegally dumping fill on your property. How fitting. A garbage dumpster company storing garbage dumpsters and a shit company dumping shit right on your property illegally.
So we're here in Niagara Falls, New York at STAVATTI Aerospace, aka David Wilcock's UFO factory. As you can see, there's nothing going on.
Suffer, David Wilcock.
The main entrance.
That's called boots on the ground reporting,
There's nobody
Wilcock.
there. There's nobody in the parking lot on the side of a semi-busy road.
Oh, Wilcock.
There's not a single person in the building.
Not a single person there.
And yeah, they're supposed to be in full production right now, and I don't see a single employee there. So, David Wilcock,
You're full of shit.
You're full of shit.
David Wilcock, suffer. It's all fake. You gave $1.5 million to a fake scam company, and you're never getting your money back. You're going to be broke forever.
The game is you're always under attack and you can't fix it. And I've been doing this since 1996.
I love this part. He's an internet warrior taking part in like internet blood sports because he was in the arena. He was on an internet forum, right? And he's a big tough guy, and he can handle the criticism and the trolls because he was fighting with people on a forum once. Then why do you need an 8-person team to delete all the mean comments, you loser?
Online. I was in a very trolly forum where there was lots of attackers. So I cut my teeth in the beginning, in the Coliseum as a gladiator.
Oh, he's a gladiator because he was on. Yeah, one of these things is not like the other Wilcock. Could you imagine Wilcock being forced into a gladiator situation in an arena where it was fight to the death? He wouldn't last 5 seconds. Somebody would cut him down in a minute. What a loser. He's such a pussy.
I've been involved in gladiatorial online combat with crazy psychopathic haters for 30 years.
Yeah, but he needs an 8-person team that he pays $2,000 a month because he's such a hard guy on the internet, right? He's such a tough guy on the internet. Then why do you need an 8-person team, you pussy? You're a pussy, dude. And you're bald, and you're gay, and you're a scammer.
Think about that one. 30 years of having everybody's opinion about me fed back to me, including the violent and heinous and horrendous ones.
Yeah, like people who want to kill you and eat you. I just think it's funny, right? He's starting to lose it. Like, I think he might be suddenly realizing that he's never getting his money back, and STAVATTI's been lying to him for years.
And
you gotta love when the scammer becomes the scammed, though. And I think it's a perfect situation of karma. He made all that money scamming morons, and then some slightly smarter morons than better scammer than him comes along and scams him out of all the money that he made scamming people. That's karma. I truly believe that that's karma, right? Here we go. 0 with 5. Does Wilcock do live events? Occasionally he does. I want to dress as an alien with a sign that says, "Take me to your booty hole." Well, thank you, 0, for your kindness, generosity, and support. It is much, much appreciated. And thank you for helping us to praise the cash. Remember, we read every single super chat. We thank every single person. And I had thought, I was actually looking at David Wilcock's live chat. So we're at 7 of the 50 for the goal. Wow. Yeah, we just need 43 more. H-Bomb with 1 for the goal, though, I see. But it's not. Is it in my live chat yet? Yes, it is. H-Bomb, thank you for your kindness. $2 from H-Bomb, dropping some support. And go on over to H-Bomb's YouTube channel. We're trying to get him monetized. How are we doing over there anyway, H-Bomb? Let's take a look at his channel. H-Bomb, I will put in the live chat, I will put it 792. He needs 208 more of you people to go over there and subscribe. We're trying to pay it forward. So let me put that into our live chat. Sub to H-Bomb. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube Clips channel. That one is pinned in the live chat. It's at HBomb637 on YouTube. Go over there and subscribe. It would really help him out immensely. We're trying to get him monetized. Let's see now. What else does this moron say? Let's continue. 1 second here. There we go.
And this is exactly what my massage therapist, Amy, wants to do. She wants to create a healing center that involves the use of horses.
Oh, yeah, that'll work out great, just like your charity worked out, right? What happened with your charity? You collected hundreds of thousands of dollars and spent it on software and equipment that you're then using for for-profit streams like a scumbag grifter? You know that's illegal, right?
And she wants to do that in Colorado. So in the future, I mean, she's actively working towards how she's going to do this. She has her mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law might be able to allow them to get this property. She had just been telling me that she wanted to do this, and in the last session that I had, and then almost immediately after I got off the table and came back to the house, here's this dream that I have in 1999 about a healing center that was involving people bathing with horses.
Well, that's not the same thing, you moron, but this guy is such a bad fake psychic that he's got to connect whatever dots he can to make it look like he got something right. All of Wilcock's predictions fail miserably. And by the way, TikTok, motherfucker, you only have until May 31st. You told everybody that the Archangel Michael told you there'd be open extraterrestrial contact by May of 2025 and the first wave of ascension. Even your dumb as rocks, dumb as dirt, moron, crystal hippie bitch followers are going to know when May passes and none of that happened, that you've been lying to them and stealing money on false pretenses yet again. But this is nothing new. That's what he does. Hype up these big predictions for things coming in a certain time frame, and then they never come. And he just keeps the money. And he rolls away for a little while. But I think those hidden in plain sight boys, Brad and Perry, were right, because you're not going to be able to slink away from this one, because you can't stop streaming because it's your only source of income, because you're a loser. So when May of 2025 comes and none of your psychic predictions happen, your grift is up. You're going to have to come up with a whole new grift. The angel grift will be over.
Which isn't necessarily something she already told me that they were going to do. But the point is that she believes that contact with horses can heal trauma. And now I'm giving her business idea away. Like, everybody's going to start doing this, right?
Oh, yeah, everybody's going to rip
eliminates
off Wilcock. Yeah.
Well, no, it's a hard thing to do. You can't just do this in one day. They already have 2 horses, and they got the property, and they figured out ways that they're going to be able to acquire the property. And I'm excited for them, and we're talking about this. And then boom, it's in the time loop from 1999. So
No, it's not.
this blew me away. And I just told her yesterday when I was there, because we do Friday and then Tuesday in this week. She was totally dazzled by this. And I said, yeah, it's going to be in the show. So,
Oh man, what a hellish existence that woman leads. She has to rub David Wilcock for hours and hours every week. Could you imagine being a woman and being forced to rub David Wilcock down every week for hours and hours and hours, four times, 4 sessions? That girl may kill herself. Oh,
the trampoline, remember, you're bouncing up and down on a trampoline. There's something happening on a trampoline. It's an athletic evaluation.
a trampoline? What the hell is he talking about? Macario just says, because I had to hear it. We're almost done. We're going to end early. I don't know if any of you are interested, but Kino Casino is doing a show tonight. And I have a feeling that Triple P's pissed off at Darkside Phil. And when he gets fired up, look out. I can't wait to hear it.
Help them heal that trauma that they went through. So this is actually a really beautiful ascension prophecy of me healing her from the trauma and of these victims that have been through these horrible things being healed. I blasted her with the huge energy charge, trying to heal whatever had happened to her. And I mean, I really put some batteries into it. After I did this, the door burst open.
Oh, I was like, what is he talking about? This is a dream he had. And David Wilcock is such a narcissist with a bloated sense of self-importance that he thinks everything that he dreams is super important, and he has to make slides about everything he dreams.
She stumbled out drunk and delirious with the Shaktipat energy that I had just sent her. Everybody was blown away that I had done this and that it had such an amazing healing effect on her. It was like all of her trauma was gone. The next thing you know, she was on the ground and I was on top of her. It was very natural for both of us. I was definitely feeling...
Dude, if you were having a dream about jumping on top of some girl, who, by the way, in the previous stream said was an R victim, would you be making slides about it? Like, oh, I had this dream and I jumped on top of this R victim. What is he talking about?
Her skin against mine, I think we might have both been. And then I stopped everything very suddenly and, oh my God, I have to pee. I ran away and told her I would be back. I went to go find a place to pee. And as I was doing that, I realized it was real. My physical body did have to pee in bed, and that's when I woke up.
He just made a slide telling his followers that he pissed the bed. He made a slide because he was having a sex dream and he pissed the bed. We do know that he's allergic to vaginas after all, right? We do know that he's definitely allergic to vaginas. This season of David Wilcock sucks so far, guys. Robert P. with one for the goals. Sure, he blasted her in his mind. More trauma. You're right. And thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. It is much, much appreciated. Thank you all for helping us to praise the cash.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank Ra Almighty.
Thank Ra Almighty. We need the cash more than David Wilcock does. He's got a $2 million mansion. So until I have one, we're going to keep praising the cash. Right? This is just crazy, though. Like, oh, I once pissed the bed in 1999. So I'm going to make a slide about that time I pissed the bed in 1999. Like, who does this shit?
I thought you'd love that. We had to leave that in the show. So, yeah, I mean, in dreams, all these kind of things can happen. But again,
when he gets close to vagina, he freaks out.
When I suddenly ended up intimate with her, it was way too fast and it freaked me out. And I had to create an excuse to get the hell out of there.
Because he's allergic to vaginas.
Because I was like,
David Wilcock likes cocks, not vaginas. When he gets near vagina, he gets physically ill.
I don't know, man. This is all really fast and really kind of overwhelming. And I just need to like breathe for a minute. And it's happening too fast, you know, just to slow this thing down. So
major gaydar.
They're just going to have a really hard time with being sexual, which is also.
And here's the I'm allergic to vaginas clip.
Been my case. as I said last weekend.
Oh, I'm
I
definitely.
don't want to go into all the detail because it's traumatic.
He's allergic to vagina. That is
my
traumatic.
relationships have not really been physical. Most of the time, it's just a short amount of time, and then I start to have difficulty.
So he goes both
and it
ways.
Doesn't make it, fun to have a relationship because I just got overwhelmed. I mean, my first girlfriend, the first time I made out with my first girlfriend in college,
I got sick,
and she was Japanese. I started to feel sick. I was very much in love with her. I thought she was beautiful. My heart was open to her, but as soon as I started getting physical, I felt like I was going to throw up. I had a very, very...
That may be a sign that you're gay. If you get near vagina and you get sick to your stomach, you may be gay. Wilcock.
Very hard time with the whole...
No, it's not may. You're gay.
Process.
You're definitely gay.
And that has unfortunately been consistent. I have to feel very safe. I have to feel very stable. I can't just do it. It's got to be like it's got to all be right. And I hope that I've healed enough.
She's got to massage his butthole first with a cucumber.
And in the future, it'll
get him in the mood. I could imagine that David Wilcock's only sex with his wife was her pegging him. Does anybody else think that, or just me? I think Wilcock is a big fan of the pegging, like really, or a super smelly hippie crystal chick. Yeah, sometimes they always smell like jasmine oil or patchouli oil or something, right? Them crystal hippie bitches. David B says, I've never had that reaction to vagina. No wonder his wife bought so many cucumbers. Yes. Oh, boy. Just a little bit more to go.
Time loop, and we're just about to get...
Oh, here he is. A bunch of big deals are coming for STAVATTI Aerospace.
Time loop, and we're just about to get, I don't know how many now. It's a bunch of really big deals. And yes, people are trolling us until we actually get the money. And then they're going through a lawsuit.
Oh,
they're going to love that part of the game, believe me.
Oh, again with the lawsuit threats. Big man with the lawsuit threats, right? He's a big man with these lawsuit threats. He's been threatening to sue me since, I believe, June of 2024.
I got a gorgeous, beautiful deer.
And here he's going to start crying because he saw a deer.
Showed up with the turkeys. And he feels safe. He wants to be here. Oh my God. This is unbelievable.
Well, there's pretty fake crying. Oh, God.
Then they have this leader of this group that I'm not going to read out loud, claiming that the end is near.
I love how Wilcock talks about this guy like a nut, and he says the exact same things. Someone should find this guy and intro him to Wilcock.
And they've picked videos from him, 8 times or something now? He predicts that the evil regime is nearing its downfall, that all 3 of these individuals...
Oh, mass arrests.
...along with a large group of others will be arrested in the middle of the night. Sounds like a projection, doesn't it? By the DS. And that as this happens, they will face charges of treason and crimes against humanity.
Oh,
he quoted the Bible saying, this is a spiritual battle and the end is near. Well, again, that's projection. They know this is about to happen. So they've got to put people out there who are saying, oh, no, this is going to happen to them. Maybe they're going to try something like that, but
Yes, and David Wilcock is once again predicting the mass arrests are coming and the internet outage and all that
doubt
stuff.
That it would work because
mass
of the
arrests,
potency of the alliance.
3 days of darkness.
Just a classic example of projection, but again, it shows us how close we are to the final event.
There's no final event, you moron.
Do the Valley Girl. Oh my God, there's also a Valley Girl voice, but like every other word she says is so you got to be really careful that you don't offend anybody.
He thinks this is
because
funny.
Frankly, she's got her little friends and they're talking to each other in their little clique, and it's
Buffalo Spunks. Just come out of the closet, please.
Like Deborah and Barbara and Marianne and frickin' Joanne. She's over there and she's got her little hot things on. She's wearing this outfit, but everybody else is laughing at her, right? Because she's
maybe you shouldn't pretend to be gay while wearing a sparkly jacket and anal beads around your neck.
Kind of so ugly and gross. She's chewing bubble gum with her mouth open. I mean, who the hell does that? It's fucking disgusting. Gotta be really careful because they...
Oh, God. All right, friends, we have reached the end of the road. A quick one. I do realize that we haven't gone through last week's clips, so maybe we'll save those for another time. We're going to call this the quickest Wacky World of Wilcock episode ever. We're pretty far from the goal. We appreciate the support, but we've only gotten 9 of 50 for the goal. So small support tonight, but that's okay. We'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow night, we'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be covering all the latest Dark Side Phil drama. And I'm taking a more updated computer to the cabin this weekend. We're going to do a test stream on Saturday night, just a chill stream. We'll probably do one of the wackadoo of the week, a super soldier or something like that, just for shits and giggles and fun. Crunt says a hit and run. Yes, I have a little bit more time, so questions or comments for me, please put them in all capital letters. H-Bomb, is he trying to imitate the gay voice? Yes. Now he's finally being himself, says Winning Reality. Absolutely. Yeah. Now remember, I'm supposed to be arrested already and sued, and I might get the death penalty. It's just so ridiculous. So ridiculous. But it is what it is. This clown, it keeps saying that I'm doing. If somebody was really like sending you death threats, wouldn't you go to the police? He never has. If somebody was really extorting money from you, wouldn't you go to the police? He never has. If somebody stole money from your bank account, wouldn't you go to the police? He never has. Spooky reminding everybody, please do subscribe to the new Truth Seekers Clips channel. It's pinned in the live chat. We'll check in with the Kick chat as well. Greetings and salutations to you special Kick viewers. 1 second. Let me get over there and do some shout outs for our Kick channel. We've got Clydesdale over there. Heavy Kev 555S is over there. And yeah, I don't see anybody else. So slow night over there as well. But we thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support, and for being in the kick.com chat. Oh, that reminds me. I am going to, you know what? Let me see what's the best way to do this. People have been asking about the new kick.com exclusive show and whether I'm going to do that show solo or with a co-host. I still don't know. I'd love to have a certain co-host, but people are busy. But what we will be doing is a new kick.com exclusive show. And for those that have asked, it's not Truth Seekers Uncensored, though I guess we could do some streams like that if the Kick exclusive streams work. So if you haven't already, please be sure to go on over to kick.com. And it's Truth Seeker Show on our channel. It's kick.com/Truth Seeker Show. If you don't have a Kick account, please sign up for one, because we'd appreciate all of you people doing that in advance of us doing the kick.com exclusive show. What I can tell you about the exclusive show is that it is going to be called Internet Insanity Circus. It's going to be a lot different from the Truth Seeker show. Will be basically the craziest stuff on the internet. The craziest stories, the craziest clips, the craziest fights, the craziest drama. We're kind of leaning into that aspect of it. So I have a preview of the Internet Insanity Circus. So just to kind of put it out there and promote, I've already registered to .com for Internet Insanity Circus. We've begun collecting clips. We've got a bunch of bumpers done for intros and exits to the show. It's going to be a wild one, friends. So let's check out a preview of the new Kick.com exclusive show. I thought I played it. Oh, here we go.
Here we go, welcome to our Madhouse show. It's the strangest show you'll ever know. We got the craziest stories we guarantee, the grossest clips you can't unsee. Shocking all fails and scandalous fame, the wildest stories, the sickest game. You may not be ready for this, but we turn up the madness you can't resist. Step right up, welcome, come inside. You really won't believe your eyes, the craziest, nastiest, wild ride. It's the Internet Insanity Circus. Welcome to the Internet Insanity Circus. It's the Internet Insanity Circus. It's the Internet Insanity Circus. Wild and reckless, no holds barred. The wildest stories and viral stars. Cameras rolling, there's no escape. One bad day could seal your fate. Clowns and chaos freaks run free. This ain't your normal dumb TV. Step inside, embrace the thrill. Enjoy your stay, we know you will. Step right up, welcome, come inside. You really won't believe your eyes. The craziest, nastiest, wild ride. It's the Internet Insanity Circus. Welcome to the Internet Insanity Circus. It's the Internet Insanity Circus. Step right up, welcome, come inside. You really won't believe your eyes. The craziest, nastiest, wild ride. It's the Internet Insanity Circus. Welcome to the Internet Insanity Circus. It's the Internet Insanity Circus.
You gotta love creepy clowns, friends. And I've decided that that new show is going to have some creepy ass puppets too. I found the creepiest orangutan puppet you'll ever see. Follow me on Twitter for some previews of that. I posted a few things. Also, join our Discord server, and you can contribute some clips to be used on the show. So if you've got some saved clips or favorite, just the worst or best internet clips, you can put them in our new section for the Internet Insanity clips on our Discord server. So we've done our due diligence, a quick one today, but I'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking all things Darkside Phil and doing a new pig roast. And we'll also have a guest or two from the detractor community. And we'll probably be sniping Phil's wrestling show. Apparently, he's going to have Review Tech as a co-host. At least that's what I'm hearing. I have to watch the entire stream again, though, to be sure what that's about. You got to love it, friends. So I'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then hopefully we'll fill some time. And then at 10 p.m. when Phil's show starts, we will stream snipe him. But I have a feeling that's going to be a snore fest, but we'll do it because people want me to. By the way, Darkside Phil talked a lot of shit about me today. Like a lot. You know, and of course I'm going to respond to it. Well, we'll do our pig roast and I'll have my say. So, yeah. So, friends, that's all I got for you. Until next time, friends, my name is Stephen Cambion. Good night and God bless all of you.